Welcome back guys, this is Campie, and I will teach you how to beat the Fire Nice bounty. In this bounty, you'll encounter a lot of enemies, and there's usually a tougher enemy in each pack. You probably want to kill them first because they do a lot of damage to you. As a secondary objective, you want to kill those little blue mages. Their ice balls do a ton of damage. You might be wondering where those giant icicles are coming from, but on this level, giant icicles and fireballs randomly drop from the skies. Although they might not do as much damage as before, they still do a lot of damage to you, and they could probably kill you in 1 or 2 hits. While you're killing the mobs, you preferably want to stay in the dead zone where there's no icicles or fireballs falling down on you. But if there's tougher, more powerful enemies, it might be tough to do because they might kill you in like 2 or 3 hits. This is one of the tougher enemies. I can't just stand there tanking because my parry isn't too high. Well, what I can do is I can kind of lure him and kite him around in a small area. Once you reach this area, you might want to run in because there's a lot of suicide guys that will appear there. Once you kill all the suicide guys and the extra ads, you want to kill the summoners. If you don't kill them, they'll summon a powerful enemy, most likely a gargoyle. Since my dodge is quite high, I can just burn down the summoners and ignore the ranged enemies. When you get to this part, aim for the big blue guy and then run away. Lure him away from the mini boss caster. It takes a lot of damage to kill that caster. Just be careful you don't get hit by the giant icicles while doing so. The big blue guy doesn't actually take too much to kill, and he's quite slow. Plus every 3 seconds of running, he just stops there and takes a breath. So now just DPS the mini boss, dodge the giant fireballs and dodge the icicles. As you can see, there's not much room for you to move around where there isn't icicles. So for this part you can actually go down to where a fountain is, but I didn't want to aggro any more enemies this time. The big groups of little enemies aren't too much of a problem, as long as you watch out for those little blue mages. Unless you have a powerful tank, it's advisable that you hit and run these enemies. kill these summoners before they summon a powerful mini boss. And alright, here we got to the boss. The last boss, he's not that difficult, but the combination of stuff flying down and hitting you and the stuff from the boss hitting you, it makes it a lot more difficult. I should have killed some of these summoners because the summoners actually summon a second boss. And he's pretty powerful as well, and he regenerates health like crazy, so I don't know if you can actually kill him. I ended up killing this big blue mini boss first. So right now, I put a dot on him, and I ran away. And I pretty much did that until he died. Once I killed him, the boss came out. Don't fight him outside because once you go too far away from his spawn point, he'll regenerate health and run back. See, right now he runs back and regenerates his health. But he doesn't run all the way back to his spawn point, he just runs halfway there. What you have to do at this point is just run right past him. This boss summons suicide monsters, so make sure you kill them or run away from them. I don't think you should bother killing Gargoyle because when I hit him, he seems to regenerate his health pretty quickly. In terms of health, the boss seems to die pretty quickly if you're powerful enough. If you're ranged, stay far away from him because his main source of damage would be his sword. Every 13 or so seconds, he would summon a small group of suicide monsters. Stay far away from these monsters and blow them up. Every 10 or 11 seconds, he would summon an infernal attack where giant fireball meteors will fall from the sky. There's about 7 meteors that fall from the sky. If you're really far away, these fireballs won't do any damage to you, but if you're close or medium range, it will do damage to you. The closer you are, the more damage it will deal. We first saw this boss in previous bounties. He wasn't too bad when you fight him in normal circumstance. But fighting him where there's random fireballs that fall from the sky, and where a second boss attacks you and it can also summon fireballs from the sky, it's very difficult to stay alive. At this part I died because I think there was an invisible fire puddle there. Sometimes it's really difficult or impossible to avoid all those fireballs. Make sure you bring your turkey legs with you. And it's probably best if you keep moving. And really, that's all there is to it. Although this bounty is pretty difficult, in my opinion, because there's a lot of random fireballs that fall down and enemies that chase you, and you'd be constantly running and weaving through those fireballs, which is really difficult to do. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and if you found this video helpful for you, then please subscribe to my channel and share this video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next clip.